Hey, how's it going guys, it's Zombies here, back for the second edition of 5 perk combos for Dead by Daylight. This time I won't be putting these combos into categories as I did before. Instead, I'll be listing its pros and cons of each duo and the killers you can be effective against and weaker against. As always, thank you for watching and I hope you enjoy the video. This first perk combo was actually submitted to me by a viewer named Country Kid. He calls this the JOCKEY combo, which consists of resilience and this is not happening. What this combo allows you to do is repair generators up to 9% faster, and the great skill check meters are increased up to 30% in size. Some perks that could support this combo are Iron Will to make you silent while injured, and Poised, so you can run away from the gen without leaving scratch marks for a few seconds. Now let's get into the pros and cons. Pros: repair generators faster when injured. More likely to get great skill checks in healing, repairing, and sabotaging. Cons: you have to be in the injured state. Without Iron Will, your position can be given away, and it still can with blood puddles. If you are great at skill checks, this is not happening is pretty useless. Killers it's effective against: the Plague, the Legion. The reason why this combo would be effective towards these survivors is that the Plague likes to injure you with her vomit and have you cleanse in one of her fountains so she can get blood vomit for herself. That downs you. But with this setup, you'll want to stay in the injured state longer, meaning she'll get less fountain cleans throughout the game. This is also effective against the Legion, since the Legion likes to injure a lot of survivors and have them waste time healing instead of doing gens. But with this build, you won't be wasting time healing and actually be faster at doing gens than being uninjured. Killers it's weak against: the Oni, Leatherface, Billy. The reason why this combo is weaker against these killers is that with Oni, you don't want to stay injured longer than you need to, since when you're injured, he'll keep collecting your blood and get his power a lot faster and more often. And with Leatherface and Billy, they usually don't want to injure you, but instead down you with a chainsaw, skipping the injured state in a lot of situations, meaning this combo will be used less often. This next perk combo, which is fairly popular, I like to call the Picker Upper, which combines the power of Unbreakable and Tenacity. In a lot of cases, when the killer slugs you, meaning they down you and they leave you to chase another survivor, hoping a teammate can come in and pick you up, or crawl away to hide from the killer when they come back to pick you up. But thanks to this combo, that misfortune is a thing of the past. With this duel, you can not only recover from the dying state once per game, but allows you to recover faster and crawl at the same time. Two perks that could support this combo is Flip Flop, which converts up to 50% of your recovery bar into wiggle progression, and Soul Guard, which gives you the endurance status effect for up to 8 seconds if the killer hits you right after getting up from the dying state. Now let's go into the pros and cons. Pros: can fully hide from the killer when they slug you. Once per game, you can recover from the dying state. Cons: there's really only one con to this duo, but it's a big one. Most of the time, the killer is just going to pick you up right after downing you. Killers it's effective against: Michael Myers and the Oni. The reason why this combo would be effective towards these killers is that these killers are more likely to slug you in game, but not by a whole lot, since when the Oni and Michael Myers are in their power, they don't want to waste time picking you up and hooking you, but instead find more survivors and downing them. Killers it's weaker against: there's really no killer that is less likely to slug you than any other killer besides the two I listed previously. A lot of it depends on the person playing the killer and the situation. All of you ace mains out there are going to be familiar with this one. If you like to put it all on the line out there and play dangerously, then you'll enjoy what I like to call the Mystery Box combo, which combines Plunderer's Instinct with Ace in the Hole. What this does is allow you to see the auras of unopened chests within a certain range, and also guarantees that you'll get an add-on that's at least very rare or lower, and up to 50% chance of a second add-on attached to it. Here's some pros and cons. Pros: it can give you amazing items to use in game. Very fun to see what kind of combination of items you can get. Lets you save up more items that you get from blood points. Cons: the jobs can be complete dookie sometimes. Other survivors can take all the chests before you can get to one, and it becomes useless after items and chests are gone. Killers it's effective against: basically any killer actually. I don't think there's any killer in this combo that is weaker or stronger against, since every item benefits the survivors in different ways. If you absolutely hate getting trapped in stinking bear traps and think to yourself, come on, just give me one more attempt on the hook, I can 4% this time, I swear, then this duo is for you. I call this combo the CHAPO combo. This combo consists of small game and slippery meat. This combo lets you see if there are any bear traps or totems in your direction, increases your chance of getting out of the bear traps by 25%, and gives you 3 extra attempts at unhooking yourself. The only perk that I can see directly supporting this duo is Up in the Ante, which gives you more overall luck. Pros: gives you a better chance of avoiding / getting out of traps and unhooking yourself. You find more totems more often. Cons: benefits are so minimal and come into use at very specific parts of the game. Killers it's effective against: the Trapper, since you will be able to see his bear traps and almost never run into one, unless you have to. Killers it's weaker against: every other killer in the game that doesn't really heavily rely on totems, because One of the Perk's abilities is letting you see totems in front of you. Honestly, this is one of the weakest combos on my list. But hey, if you do go against a trapper, this combo will save you more times than you think. So don't think this is a combo you should never consider taking into your games. You just need to be lucky. Last but most certainly not least, we have a combo which I call Mettle for Life. This uses the perk of Metal Man with self-care. What this combo allows you to do is take more protection hits for survivors, since you can heal yourself instead of waiting for another survivor to heal you or waste a med kit, which will activate your Metal Man faster and be able to take a juicy hit from a killer when injured and not go down, which can be super beneficial in many cases. Perks that can support this duo are Empathy, which lets you find a teammate who is just injured and possibly take a protection hit, and Sprint Burst, so you can get to your teammate faster when they're in a chase. Pros: getting an extra hit can be game changing. For example, if you are so close to the exit gates but the killer can hit you just before you can escape, having that extra hit from Metal Man just give you enough time to get to those exit gates and teabag that killer. Cons: it is not easy to use as a beginner. You can waste a chunk of time looking for protection hits and healing yourself. Killers it's effective against: the Hag, Deathslinger, and the Wraith. The reason why I chose these killers is that the Hag and Deathslinger move only 110% faster than the survivors, but all three aren't the greatest at ending chases early. Of course, all killers have the ability to easily end chases fast, but I would put my money on the other killers to end chases faster. The reason why you want longer chases is so you can get more time to run to your teammate being chased and take a protection hit. Killers it's weak against: Billy, Leatherface, Myers, Oni, and Pyramid Head. All of these killers can instantly down you with their abilities, so unless you're right next to your allies when in a chase, you won't be able to run across the map and take a protection hit. Even though Pyramid Head doesn't kill you with one hit, he also has a perk though called Forced Penance that gives you a broken status effect if you take a protection hit, meaning you can't heal for up to 40, 50, or 60 seconds. Alright, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and let me know if you have any other ideas in the comments below. Thank you and have a good day. Come on, come on, come on. Oh my god, oh my god.